Ethelbald, also spelled Ethelbald, or Aethelbald, died 757, was the King of Mercia, in what is now the English Midlands from 716 until he was killed in 757. Ethelbald was the son of Alweo and thus a grandson of Eowa, who was the brother of Penda. Ethelbald came to the throne after the death of his cousin, King Ceolred, who had driven him into exile. During his long reign, Mercia became the dominant kingdom of the Anglo-Saxons, and recovered the position of pre-eminence it had enjoyed during the 7th century under the strong Mercian kings Penda and Wulfhere. When Ethelbald came to the throne, both Wessex and Kent were ruled by stronger kings, but within 15 years the contemporary chronicler Bede describes Ethelbald as ruling all England south of the river Humber. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle does not list Ethelbald as a bretwalda, or ruler of Britain, though this may be due to the West Saxon origin of the Chronicle. Saint Boniface wrote to Ethelbald in about 745, reproving him for various dissolute and irreligious acts. The subsequent 747 Council of Cloves show and a charter Ethelbald issued at Gumley in 749, which freed the Church from some of its obligations, may have been responses to Boniface's letter. Ethelbald was killed in 757 by his bodyguards. He was succeeded briefly by Bernard, of whom little is known, but within a year, Offa, the grandson of Ethelbald's cousin Eanwulf, had seized the throne, possibly after a brief civil war. Under Offa, Mercia entered its most prosperous and influential period. Early life and accession: Ethelbald came of the Mercian royal line, although his father, Alweo, was never king. Alweo's father was Eowa, who may have shared the throne for some time with his brother, Penda of Mercia. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle does not mention Eowa, though it does date Penda's reign as the 30 years from 626 to 656, when Penda was killed at the Battle of the Windward. However, two later sources name Eowa as king as well, the Historia Britonum and the Annales Cambriae. The Annales Cambriae is the source for Eowa's death in 644 at the Battle of Mauserfield, where Penda defeated Oswald of Northumbria. Details on Penda's reign are scarce, and it is a matter for speculation whether Eowa was an underking, owing allegiance to Penda, or if instead Eowa and Penda had divided Mercia between them. If they did divide the kingdom, it is likely that Eowa ruled northern Mercia, as Penda's son Bede was established later as the king of southern Mercia by the Northumbrian Oswu, who defeated the Mercians and killed Penda in 656. It is possible that Eowa fought against Penda at Mauserfield. During Ethelbald's youth, Penda's dynasty ruled Mercia. Ceolred, a grandson of Penda and therefore a second cousin of Ethelbald, was king of Mercia from 709 to 716. An early source, Felix's Life of Saint Guthlac, reveals that it was Ceolred who drove Ethelbald into exile. Guthlac was a Mercian nobleman who abandoned a career of violence to become first a monk at Tripton, and later a hermit living in a barrow at Groland, in the East Anglian fens. During Ethelbald's exile he and his men also took refuge in the fens in the area, and visited Guthlac. Guthlac was sympathetic to Ethelbald's cause, perhaps because of Ceolred's suppression of the monasteries. Other visitors of Guthlac's included Bishop Bede of Lichfield, an influential Mercian, and it may be that Guthlac's support was politically useful to Ethelbald in gaining the throne. After Guthlac's death, Ethelbald had a dream in which Guthlac prophesied greatness for him, and Ethelbald later rewarded Guthlac with a shrine when he had become king. When Ceolred died of a fit at a banquet, Ethelbald returned to Mercia and became ruler. It is possible that a king named Ceolwald, perhaps a brother of Ceolred, reigned for a short while between Ceolred and Ethelbald. Ethelbald's accession ended Penda's line of descent. Ethelbald's reign was followed, after a brief interval, by that of Wulfhere, another descendant of Eowa. Other than his father, Alweo, little of Ethelbald's immediate family is known, although in the witness list of 2 Charters 10, a leading ealdorman named Eadbert is recorded as his brother.